ein ganz besonderer Wahlabend.
Today is an unusual election evening. For the first time since 16 years, Angela Merkel no longer ran as candidate for chancellor. 16 very good years for Germany, and this is why I want to thank the German Chancellor Angela Merkel for her work, first and foremost. However, it was clear to us, it was clear that without her in office, it was going to be a tight election campaign. It was going to be neck and neck, and that's exactly what's happened. It's been a neck and neck. This evening is an extraordinary situation that we're experiencing here. We still don't have any reliable numbers, any reliable results. But what we can say is that we cannot be happy with these results. And all the same, the outcome of these elections is unclear. It's going to be a long night. And what is sure is that the election results are going to mean that for the CDU, for all democratic parties, it's going to be a challenge. We have to set the course for the next few years, and this is why we have to ensure that all Democrats in this country must overcome all of their contradictions and hold Germany together. It would seem that for the first time we are going to have a German government with 3 coalition partners. And we, as the Christian Democratic Union, have received a clear mandate from our voters. A vote cast for the Union is a vote cast against a left government. And this is why we will do everything we can to form a German government led by the Christian Democratic Union. Because what Germany needs now is a future coalition that modernizes our country. Germany needs a coalition for more sustainability in every sense of the word when it comes to climate protection, but also finances. We bear responsibility for the generations to come, for our children and grandchildren. And this responsibility is something we must do justice to more than we have in the past, particularly when it comes to the climate. We need a coalition that makes our country faster, more digitized, that frees our country, eases up red tape, and makes planning permission faster. We need a coalition that stands for more openness to the world and market economy solutions as well, one that strengthens Europe and that ensures that like-minded Democrats across the globe can create a future that will contribute to making the world a better place. And I will work towards this right now, together with Markus Söder of the CSU and with our whole team. And in this coalition, every partner must feel their ideas, their priorities reflected. It has to be a coalition that brings the country together, holds the country together. one in which each can put into practice what they promised their voters. I congratulate everyone to their results and thank you for an election campaign that was nearly always fair. And particularly, I want to thank you, the members of the election team of the CDU, the CSU, from the north to the south, east to the west. This was a successful election campaign. We caught up a lot of the ground we lost. You did a great deal. You never gave up. And that is what drives me for the future. The election campaign is over. And now what it's about is creating a stable coalition for a strong and modern Germany. And the German chancellor will be the one who manages to bring together contradictions and create a shared program for the 4 years to come. A German chancellor A German chancellor will be the one who is able to overcome these contradictions in the lower house of parliament, the Bundestag, who brings together MPs from across the country. It would have to be a chancellor for everyone who lives in Germany. And that is the job ahead of us. There will be many intense debates with our political competitors in the days ahead. But this German chancellor must develop a project that will last beyond the next few weeks. There's an important period ahead of us. I am ready to take this on. Well, first of all, let me say, fantastic, Berlin. Bettina's had to leave already, but the numbers are fantastic. Congratulations, even if we don't yet know what's going to happen. But well done, Berlin, fantastic. And also, what I've been hearing from Mecklenburg, Western Pomerania so far, great. And thank you to all of you, from Robert and myself. And that just representing our 120,000 members, we're standing here thanking all of you. Thank you to everyone across Germany. It's been an amazing election campaign, a way we've never done before in this country, round the clock until last night, till the very last second. So many of us were out and about, over 100 town halls with thousands of people, and the preparation for that around the clock. Fantastic town halls, fantastic. And wherever we could speak together, that was really amazing too, Robert. It was always a really special moment being there on the ground in the evening in Frankfurt or finally in Düsseldorf the last night. And just really getting a sense of so many people who weren't actually members of the Green Party, but who were interested, where we really had a sense that there's a real longing for political debate in this country, and a longing not just from those who for 40, 50, 60 years have been alive, but we're talking about school children, not just the ones at the Fridays for Future demonstrations, but even before that. You know, some of them were saying, well, we had a free hour from school, and we thought, thought we'd come along and find out what's going on. So these are school children who want us to shape the future together because it's our future, everyone's future.
In here, and here he is at the Social Democrats party headquarters here in Berlin. I see a raucous round of applause there for him as the party appears to have achieved exactly the same result as the center-right, as Angela Merkel's party. So we're going to listen now to what Olaf Scholz had to say.
Friends,
liebe Freundinnen und Freunde,
friends,
ich freue mich, so viele hier zu sehen.
Pleased to see so many of you here. And of course, I'm very pleased that the citizens of this country have voted the way they did. They have decided that the Social Democratic Party is doing better than for a very long time, and this is a real success. It's going to be a long election night, that's for sure. But another thing that's sure is that many citizens have voted for the Social Democrats because they want a change in the government, and they want the chancellor to be Olaf Scholz. We said that we want more respect in this society. We worked towards ensuring an industrial modernization of our country, and we worked to ensure that we stop climate change. These are three major objectives that we need to overcome in our country. Objectives that we have all fought towards in the election campaign, but that the polls be developed as well as they are, that we're getting the exit polls results showing that we are getting a lot of support from the citizens in this country. And this is a mandate given to us to ensure that everything we said in the election campaign, all of our proposals be implemented, and that we push for this politically. But let me say at this point, thank you. Thank you to the citizens who cast their vote for me, for us, so that we have this kind of an election result. But let me say, as one member of 400,000 members of the Social Democratic Party, thank you to every single one of you who pushed for this to happen. We're a pragmatic party. We know how to govern. We're an optimistic party that wants to push for a better future for all of us in Germany. But I think we've also shown that we have what it takes to govern a country, the ability to join ranks and have everyone support us. And the fact that that was the case is something I want to say thank you to all of you for. Being pragmatic, being optimistic, and joining ranks. This is what we will show in the time ahead, and that's what's important. And I'm sure that the citizens of this country will be glad that they voted the way they did when they voted the Social Democrats. We will deliver on our promises. And so So let's wait for the final election results, but then we will get down to work. Thank you.
Olaf Scholz there, speaking to his party members there at the Social Democrats, at party headquarters here in Berlin, to a really jubilant crowd. And I'm going to try to bring in Nina Hase there, who's actually literally standing just above the crowd there at the party headquarters. Nina, if you can hear us, there you are. Nina, we can see you now as well. We heard a similar message from Armin Laschet, now again from Olaf Scholz, essentially saying that we very much believe that we have the mandate here to build a government.
Yeah, that's right. But what else can they say? I mean, it's such a tight race still, and they're both aware that we're going to have to look at the next couple of hours to find out whether there is one party that will edge forward slightly. So, of course, at this point in time, they're both claiming a victory and the right to form a government, and technically speaking, it's also possible to form a minority government, but we're not quite there yet. First of all, the idea is to form a government that has enough voter support ideally to have a majority also in Parliament. And Olaf Scholz here in this speech, I mean, the round of applause lasted about 2 minutes, so the SPD in an almost enthusiastic shape tonight. They're celebrating this strong candidate who really has managed to turn around the SPD. If you look at their history, I mean, in 1998 they were on 40%, so they really were a Big Ten party. Then they slumped down to 20 in the last federal election, and he's pulled them back out, and there is no denying. And he said tonight he's stuck with his message that he's tried to sell to voters for the past year, since he's been nominated as chancellor candidate. He said it's all about pragmatism and optimism and unity, and that's what he intends to continue doing.
All right, thanks, Nina. We're going to check in back with you in a little bit as we find out more.